Good afternoon and welcome to Williams Dog Training Company. We're here today with Fred and Bo, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today is Bo's ability to understand and respond to his obedience commands, the corrections and motivations that we give him while we're working with him, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot web training leash. We're just going to put him back in a sit. There we go. Much better. So Fred's using a 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand, leaving his left hand free to give the correction. The correction that we give is a tug and let go on the training collar, which is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Bo has been fitted with his own personal training collar, and Fred just makes sure it's adjusted high up behind his ears for maximum control, and we will show you how to properly put it on and use it during your one-on-one lesson. Bo is sitting very nicely on Fred's left, which is where all of our obedience training takes place. The first exercise that they're going to demonstrate for you is heeling, and heeling is proper walking on a leash. Fred and Bo take off doing that now, and the command is Bo heel. Now Bo has been trained to walk very nicely at your pace, at your left heel position, being sure not to pull ahead and drag you on that leash, or lag behind for that matter. Again, he should walk very nicely on your left-hand side at your pace. Also incorporated into our heeling exercise is the automatic sit. I'll show you an example of that right there. Anytime that you stop your feet, Bo should sit nicely right there at your left heel position on your left side, and he should remain seated until you give him his next command. There's another. Let's do that automatic sit again. Good job. Now the next command they're going to demonstrate for you is the stay command, and the stay command is a hand and voice command. You're going to use the open flat of your left palm an inch or so in front of Bo's muzzle and the one-word command to stay. You then walk out to the end of your training leash.
No.
Just want to make sure that he remains seated and not laying down, so Fred gave him a no and corrected himself. Now he should remain seated in this position until you return back to heel position. This is a great command to help develop his self-control skills, so you want to practice this frequently throughout the day during your everyday activities. Now Fred returns back to Bo by walking all the way around him, behind the back of him as an added distraction. And Bo remains seated, very nicely done. Fred heels him out of that, and they're going to run through that heel, sit, and stay again. And with that sit, stay, you want to start at a low time increment of about 1 minute and slowly increase it to 3 minutes. Now Fred's going to demonstrate that again. You open flat of your palm in front of his muzzle and the one-word command to stay. Out to the end of your training leash there. Now this time, instead of returning back to Bo, Fred's going to demonstrate the come command for you. You're going to call Bo in using his name. He should come in and sit nicely in front of you, nicely done. Now he returns to heel position by heeling around the back of you. Back to your left-hand side, he should sit nicely. Good job, waiting for his next command, and they're going to demonstrate that again. Leave him in a sit stay, walk out to the end of the training leash. Give him a second or two. Call him in using his name. Good job. He sits nicely, very nicely done, and he heels around the back of you. Back to your left-hand side. Sits nicely. Good job. Waiting for his next command. You see Fred giving him some rubbing on his head there. We use a lot of positive reinforcement and praise. Let him know he's doing a great job. Now the next commands we're going to demonstrate for you are down commands, and we're going to give Fred and Bo a second there to heel into position. Now this first down command is down from a heel position. Again, you're going to use the open flat of your palm, but this time straight down towards the ground, and the one-word firm command to down. Then give that stay command and walk out to the end of the leash, same as you did with the sit stay. And it's the same as the sit stay. Bo should remain laying down and down stay until you return back to heel position. Another great command to practice frequently to help develop those self-control skills. And this is a great time to remind you that you should be practicing all of your commands every day in a 15 to 20 minute formal session. It's a great mental exercise for the dogs. It keeps them focused and fresh and on top of their commands, and I love doing it. Fred returns back. Good job. Now they're going to demonstrate that for you again. Open flat of your palm, down towards the ground. Command to down. Don't forget that stay command because you're walking away from him. Now this time they're going to demonstrate that come command for you again, but from the down position. Good job. Very good dog. Very well behaved. As long as you keep up on his commands and keep him under control, he's a very good gentleman. Now this last command they're going to demonstrate is the down from a distance. Going to leave him in a sit-stay. And walk out to the end of the leash, and from the end of the leash you're going to give that down command again. Open flat of your palm, straight down towards the ground, and the command to down. Good job. He wants to play.
No.
We're going to heal him out of that though. He wants a belly rub. We're just adjusting that leash there. It's got him tangled. There we go. We've demonstrated for you today all the obedience commands that Bo has learned here at school. It's been a pleasure working with Bo, and we thank you again for choosing Williams Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer.